came back to work after a month-long emergency medical leave. The TLDR is that after a decade of medical gaslighting, a new doctor ordered an emergency MRI during a routine visit and discovered a mass in my abdomen. I was rushed into surgery within 24 hours. I ended up having an 18-pound benign tumor pressing on my vital organs, and I was about a week away from multiple organ failure. My goodness. I'm lucky to be alive, and time will tell if I have any lasting organ damage, but right now everything is fine. I'm glad to hear that. Whoa. Mentally, I'm struggling with a few things, but the only outwardly noticeable impact is that I've gone from a size 20 to a size 8. Damn. Nobody on my medical team anticipated a change this drastic, but I'm healthy and lucky. I was expecting to get a lot of questions from my coworkers because curiosity exists. Incoming the Ozempic accusations. I had a basic emergency surgery, but I'm fine now. Answer that almost everyone accepted, but one coworker who I hardly speak to, Aubrey. On my first day back to work, Aubrey came up to me and said, I was aware of Aubrey's reputation, but since we never worked together, I didn't think it would be an issue. She's one of those people that thinks they're a fitness expert and calls herself a health coach. Nothing to do with the company we work for. Everybody's an expert, aren't they? She has a reputation for giving out unsolicited and incorrect health advice and is always commenting on people's food choices. Ooh, weird. That's none of your business, dude. I was speechless when she asked why I'd opted to get butchered instead of putting in the hard work to lose the weight. There's nothing wrong with someone choosing surgical weight loss options. Agreed. But that's not what happened to me, and I really resented her aggressive attitude spreading rumors. During my second week back, she came by my office at the end of the day in athletic gear, offering to go with me if I was too afraid to go to the gym alone. Honey, if I wanted to go to the gym, it wouldn't be with you. At the time, I wasn't even cleared to lift my kid, do laundry, or climb a flight of stairs, let alone go to the gym with this crackpot. I don't remember what I said to her, but she left saying I'd gained the weight back because I'm lazy. The next day, Aubrey ranted angrily about me being in a meeting I wasn't in. I missed it for a follow-up, ironically. I don't know everything that was said, but the gist was that if I can't dedicate myself to weight loss, I obviously can't see my work obligations through. Oh, no. HR called for a red flag mediation. At our company, mediation can go against your bonus opportunities for the year. I'm a pretty agreeable person, but if there's one thing I don't like, it's someone coming for my bag. Money. Bag means money. I have no idea why I'm in mediation when she's the one being an asshat. At the mediation, Aubrey stated that she was triggered by my new body and I should have thought of other people's feelings and warned her before my surgery. Oh my lord. What the actual fuck? This is crazy. I hardly had the time to warn my husband and get my kid out of daycare. I don't owe Aubrey anything. I have empathy that she's obviously struggling, but that doesn't excuse her behavior. HR said that while they can't ask me to explain my medical history, it might clear the air if I told her what kind of surgery I had and why. I said I wasn't obligated to share my medical information with anyone, and that Aubrey having bad coping skills doesn't entitle her to a coworker's personal health information. Their response was kind of, after Thanksgiving, my doctor helped me put in ADA accommodation paperwork so I could work from home. I was having mild complications from surgery, but also to avoid Aubrey. This company hates remote work, so they're really not happy. I mean, they also kind of put you in this position too, so... Aubrey still emails me workout videos and diet plans, and when I forward them to HR, their response is, I've been thinking about escalating this to corporate and with an employment lawyer. Is that overkill? I'm still in a sensitive place after my surgery and I have no energy for this, especially since Aubrey is fixated on weight loss, which was the primary way doctors gaslit me for years. I've been with this company for 5 years and I'm exhausted and disappointed in how they're handling this, and I want it over yesterday. I saw a lot of comments asking where management was in all of this, so I'll address that. My boss was getting ready to retire when this was going on. George is roughly my grandfather's age, so this entire situation bewildered both him and his replacement, who he was training at the time. Both of them met with Aubrey's boss because, believe me, I was documenting everything she did from the jump, and they assured me Aubrey would be dealt with. None of them recommended the red flag mediation. Sorry, I kicked you there. Just a little kick. Just playing footsies with you under the table. It's also because I kind of hurt my ankle yesterday. It's hurting. Don't know what my foot is doing. I was given details of the meeting where Aubrey ranted about me and it was horrible, but apparently Aubrey was asked to leave by her own boss while several other employees told her to stop. So managerially and in the office in general, people were trying to rein her in from many different angles. When my doctor extended my ADA work from home accommodation a second time, HR responded by telling me my attendance was a concern. I emailed their boss, the HR director, and asked for clarification. He said I hadn't come into the office, so of course my attendance was a problem. I reiterated that I had medical documentation stating that if work from home wasn't available, they could refer to the FMLA documentation my medical team also sent. He replied that medical documentation, including both the FMLA and ADA reasonable accommodations, doesn't hold much weight within the company. That's when I got a lawyer. I love that. Nothing makes me happier than those 4 words. I got a lawyer. Let's go. Aubrey as a problem kind of drifted into the background when HR started their medical documentation doesn't matter campaign. On my lawyer's recommendation, I contacted the HR executive team, which is where this whole curse situation came to light. I called to the chief HR officer, which for my company is going over like 5 people's heads. But I did it with George's and my new boss's blessings, who is the head of HR, and asked why my attendance was an issue when I had reasonable ADA documentation. She had no idea what I was talking about, so I filled her in, including the mediation meeting and Audrey's harassment and the HR director, her direct report, saying medical documentation didn't hold any weight within the company. She was speechless and asked to meet with me and my lawyer as soon as possible. My lawyer had hardly anything to do during the meeting because the CHRO was horrified at everything I told her. Right, because now you're getting into kind of like, this seems like a lawsuit sort of territory. I've never actually seen steam come out of someone's ears, but if it was physically possible, it would have happened here. Now we move from banana pants to full-on banana ensemble. I'm still on leave, and out of the blue, Aubrey showed up at my door on a weekend with 2 other women in tow. And the commenters guessed it. She's in very deep with an MLM. Or maybe a cult, I can't be sure at this point. Oh my lord. Is all of this just an effort to get you to like join like a multi-level marketing scam that has to do with like fitness and weight loss? Oh, but then she's also marketing these things to you like her other job during office hours. Oh, that's where you could get her. Aubrey came over to demonstrate some workout techniques and give me some diet supplement samples and discuss a career opportunity because she was worried about my physical and professional health. She didn't make it past my mother-in-law, who has been a godsend right now. My mother-in-law made it clear where Aubrey could stick her demonstration, and they left in a hurry. I notified my lawyer and the CHRO, and suffice to say, Aubrey is now a full-time wellness coach. I'm happy I went with my gut and got a lawyer because the company has changed so drastically over the year, with the toxic HR department encouraging behavior like Aubrey's and spreading false information about medical leave and time off. The company is almost unrecognizable. Also, with my boss and mentor both gone, I don't know if I'm going back once I'm medically cleared. The company's undergoing restructuring right now. I hate that term. We're doing some restructuring, as in you're fired. And my department may end up distributed between other parts of the company or even other parts of the state. I've been looking at jobs and doing some resume drafting for a full-time remote position since it feels like it might be a better fit.